It's a citrus oil, so it's still good for cleaning. So if you wanted to rotate your scents in the kitchen, this is a good one to do that.
You're listening to Essential Oil Conversations, the podcast for busy women who love natural living, friendship, and a little bit of entrepreneurship too. All right, Heather, what are we talking about today?
We're popping open a bottle of Green Mandarin. Comes with a lot of fun benefits and it's worth talking about.
Mm-hmm. And it smells good.
It does
Added
smell
bonus.
good.
It's funny, I don't reach for this one very often, but just like as soon as I opened the bottle, I was like, ooh, why don't I diffuse this more often? It smells really good. How's it taste?
Ooh, it tastes good too. It
Really?
it doesn't taste like other citrus fruit. It's got a little bit of sweetness, but
It
it's
kind of tastes
definitely,
like a mandarin orange to me.
that's where I was going to. Yeah, it's more, but not necessarily orangey,
Yeah.
Mandarin specific. Yeah, which this is Mandarin. I like the story behind this one. So, green mandarin comes from harvested, unripened fruit, versus the red mandarin comes from fully ripened fruit. However, this is a sustainably produced oil that they get from Brazil because the farmers have to harvest this before it's unripe. But these trees require that they get thinned while the fruit is unripe. And so they thin out the trees by getting the green mandarin. They sell off the green mandarin, and the money that they make from selling the green mandarin allows them to cover their cost for the farming the rest of the year so that by the time they harvest the red mandarin, they can use that as their profit. Super cool.
So cool. Yeah. Well, and this one has a ton of benefits, and many of them we cannot talk about. So if you've heard our podcast before, you know there's a lot of things we can't talk about on the interwebs, but that's why you want a reference book. So if you don't have a reference book, we have a free resource to help you figure out exactly what reference book you want. So it's called the Essential Oil Reference Book Matchmaker, and it's totally free. It's just a downloadable, and there's a link in the show notes for the show to go get that. But one of the things that I can talk about on here is it's good for all kinds of skin things, which is super interesting because citrus oils generally make your skin photosensitive, meaning that it makes you more likely to get sunburns. But this is the only oil that is not photosensitive, so it's safe to put on your skin before you go out in the sun, which is kind of fun to be able to have this citrusy, happy smell on you as you go out in the sun. But it says here it can help with everything from wrinkles to fine lines, age spots, stretch marks, acne, oily skin, wounds, and scars. So, like, just
Love it.
lather up on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good for hair, it says too. So this is one of those ones that you could run through your hair for the, perfume scent as well. It talks about that it can purify the air and eradicate bad odors, and it says that it blends well with spearmint, sandalwood, and lavender. And when I saw the sandalwood, I was like, "Ooh, I never would have thought to combine those two, but I will definitely be trying it." I love sandalwood.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like it would smell really good.
This came in like a Mother's Day kit, I feel like a couple years ago with star anise and something else random that I can't remember what now, but I never, and it had a bunch of diffuser recipes that you could kind of use the three oils together in different ways, but I don't know that I ever did that.
I did. I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, pink pepper was in there as
Pink
well.
pepper. Yes, you're
Yeah.
right.
And it was the diffuser, like they were interesting oils to mix together. And I kind of played around with the diffuser blends, but I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, pink pepper.
Oh, I was going to say this one also has interesting emotional impact. And so it can take you from going from distressed all the way to carefree. And I can totally, like, just even, I was not feeling distressed before we started this, but I do feel more carefree just from smelling it.
And we pressed it to the roof of our mouth too, so we could get
Right.
that
Yeah.
flavor profile. In the Essential Emotions book, they actually write that the name of the emotional property is pure potential, which I think is fun because it talks about how children are very carefree, like you stated, and in adults we lose that. So by diffusing it or taking it internally, we can kind of get back some of those childlike, carefree tendencies, which is fun.
Yeah, that's lovely. Awesome. Well, anything else on green mandarin?
Oh my goodness, there's so many things we didn't even name. Yes, I mean, it's a citrus oil, so it's still good for cleaning. So if you wanted to rotate your scents in the kitchen, this is a good one to do that. And then if you do take it internally, we said we can take this one all three ways. It's really good for a healthy immune response, healthy immune function. So, I like to put this one in a glass of water just to change the flavor up. But yes, green mandarin, lots of uses. Get a book if you don't have it so that you can learn all of the ones we did not speak about as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope you found this informative. Share it with a friend who you think might enjoy green mandarin as well. And next week, we'll be talking about guaiac wood. So if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe so that you don't miss any of our episodes. Thanks so much for listening.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.